Alright, back for round one. We won the die roll and yeah, this looks very keepable. Mana is good. Yeah, everything is good. So the question is, do we want to play Island first? I mean, the obvious lead would be Overground Tomb because of its ability. Now, if we somehow draw Counterspell next turn, then leading with Island might be better. I think I will still lead with that though. This way I don't have to take two later on, and even if I end up drawing Counterspell, it's not extremely likely that I want to counter something on turn 2. So I think it's fine. At least, I think both, you can argue for both things, but I don't think it's super likely that we need to play Counterspell turn 2. We got the Counterspell. Don't think we need to keep it available right now. Read the Bone seems like a nice play. I don't want more land, I think I have enough. Should draw my 6 at some point. Mystic Snake is a good one though. Ooh, Brutality, I can appreciate that. So now if they play a small creature, I can kill it and leave Counterspell available. I can also look at their hand, maybe get something. Depending on the matchup and what they play, Languish might not be great, so I can easily discard that. And I guess we'll just pass the turn. Yeah, nothing that I want to play here. I got Brutality to just look at their hand and keep Counterspell available, that's fine, but I think leaving Mystic Snake available is fine. I will counter pretty much anything with that, well, especially a Cura, the Crashing Wave. This is getting countered right away. My opponent might have a Daze, but I have the Force of Will, so this should be fairly safe. I mean, if they have the Daze, they have the Daze. Oh, they do have it! Alright. Huh. Well, we could lose to that now, because I don't have any pressure. Huh, that's pretty bad. Maybe for that reason playing Counterspell was safer. We knew that there was a Daze in the cube. I mean, in the draft we saw it. Huh. That being said, Mystic Snake is much more efficient and much better play, and we obviously did not know that this opponent would have the Daze and would have it right now. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I still think that the Snake is the play, because we don't know that they do have the Daze and it's not so likely that they will play it, but maybe it's just a misplay and you should always play around Daze. I don't think it's the case though. We'll keep Force of Will. The issue right now is that I need to find an answer to Cura. I don't think we need to Collective Brutality yet, so we'll pass a turn. This is not gonna ultimate soon, so we have a bit of time. The issue is that my opponent is gonna draw some cards. That Daze just destroyed me though. Yeah, that's kinda annoying. I mean, it's not a threat on its own. I will let that resolve, but it's mostly because I'm drawing Force of Will, which mean that I'd rather, you know, counter their threat over counter their mana. That might be wrong though. So we are playing against some sort of band control deck, I would assume. I would be in a much better spot right now if I had used Counterspell. Brimaz is fine. Yup. Next turn I can Languish away that thing and I'll leave Counterspell available. I also have, you know, Slow the Pact in case I need to do that. Now I kinda like Batterskull with Slow the Pact and Counterspell in the back to start applying pressure on Cura. It's not gonna work that well because they can target my Batterskull though. But I don't think we need to kill the Brimaz right now. Like even if they somehow can attack and I take 3, I guess 4 is not gonna be too bad for me. We wanna resolve our Brimaz though. I mean our Batterskull. I'm pretty sure about that. Interesting. So this is some sort of control mirror, which I'm fine with. I feel like I have a decent matchup. Maybe firing Collective Brutality earlier on would have been better, though, to get rid of their other counterspell. Uh, okay, interesting. Well, I don't really mind that, and I don't really know why my opponent did it right now, because they don't have to do it now. I think I will slow the pact while they are tapped out, though. It just feels safer. But now my opponent might, they can draw 2 cards. They have, I don't know, 8 mana, maybe 9, and I don't have any counterspell available, so it's not looking great. And this Cura might very well end up ultimating, so yeah, I might just lose to that thing because of playing into days. Even if you saw it during the draft, I don't think it's right to play around days when you haven't seen the card. And when you have a much better option. Ugh. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is looking like a wrap. Yep, I have to pay 2. I can kill one of the Sphinx with Brutality, but yeah. I don't really see how we are coming back. Had I top deck my Mind Control, maybe I could have done something. I think I'll Brutality to see my open hand and get some information and then concede, because I can kill one, I guess. Well, we will escalate, but and Cura is gonna ultimate, and I'm so far behind at so many levels that let's discard Languish. I don't give up much information. Yeah, I mean, if my opponent has 6 lands in hand, yeah, this game is not over. It's quite close from being over. I think Cura is just gonna ultimate and kill me. I can top deck Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like we are winning this one, but who knows? Dodge. They have a Quarantine Field. Okay, and they are splashing for red too. Oh yeah, that's really some sort of control deck. I have no more question about that, no more doubt. And now I know some of their counterspells, so it's gonna be easier to play around that, which is also good. I need to top deck Maelstrom Pulse and then Mind Control on the Sphinx, and then maybe I can win. If this ultimate, I cannot. I don't think I can ever win. Yeah. Grave Titan. That's good. It's not gonna be the Cura ultimate. Alright, you got me. Yeah, had I played around the days, I would have won that game probably, because my opponent would have drawn less, I guess one less card, one less land. I would have been able to Mystic Snake something else on turn 5. Yeah, I guess that would have been a better play. Now I'm really, really unsure that you should play around days at that stage of the draft. Oh well. Maybe you should always do that if you... No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because it's such a waste if they don't have days to counterspell instead of Mystic Snake. Like, first, it's less mana efficient. Second, you lose a better card. Third, you don't have the possibility to put something on the battlefield and apply pressure. So yeah, I think I still agree with how I played. Now it turned out that it did not work for me, but I just don't think that it was wrong to do it this way. Either way, I think given the card draw we have and the counter spells, this should be a fine matchup. I just need to be a bit vigilant about my opponent's counterspell. So they mull to 6 and might mull to 5. They keep their hand and put the card on the bottom. Alright. This time we might want a collective brutality turn 2. Like, it doesn't look like they have a lot of things to kill with that. And I will just use that as a 2-mana duress, basically. I think it's looking... And we should hit something, pretty much. Okay. So I'm just gonna write down what they have here. Plains, Heath, Rack, which is pretty bad. Miscalc, Dissipate, Ponder. And they don't have any blue yet. I don't think we want to pick up Ponder just because they don't have any blue. I guess if they could fetch blue with Windswept Heath, they would have played that already. So we'll probably remove the Dissipate from their hand and we'll be able to play around Miscalculation. At least that's the hope. So they just top deck an island and now they will Ponder, I guess. I would assume. No, they played the Scroll Rack, interesting. I need to draw some sort of land because my hand needs land. If they Ponder, I will remain the Ponder. First, they cannot replay it. Second, I want to draw ASAP to try to get a some lands to hit my land drops. Kind of weird that they did not Scroll Rack before. Oh, they drew a Dragon Predator. Kind of want to remand that. Sure, I have the Removal, but I feel like I really need to hit my land drop, so I want to draw the my card now. Utasiger, can we play that? No, we are not really close. If we draw land, we can, and I think we will, because we don't have anything better to do. And this way we have a threat, and that's decent. And my opponent is left with Ponder, Miscalc, and sure, you can resolve that. And I think a Plains they did not play yet. Yeah. So no more Ponder. Let's see what they want to do with that. It's kind of weird. You kind of want to Scroll Rack first, so you can put some things you don't need on the top and then shuffle them with Ponder, maybe. Like, playing a Scroll Rack and not using it seems kind of weird. Top, well, this doesn't really matter. What's gonna matter is if they shuffle or not. They did not shuffle, so yeah, that's some good stuff. I would assume that we are seeing another blue here, and yes, we did. Temple of Misery, I guess maybe putting something on the bottom now, okay. And they have only white available, so they cannot even Miscalculation next turn, though I don't think we are very likely to cast anything anyways. Drawing land is really good though. We'll just beat down with El Tasigur. And they have a Dragon Predator in hand that we know about too. Alright, good. So now they can play Dragon and keep blue available to protect it. Or they draw a 5-drop in the meantime, I guess. Gilded Lotus. Okay, that's good. So now they can play that and keep Miscalculation available. Next turn they'll have a ton of mana. Temple of Deceit was a good draw. That's not looking super appealing. Don't really think we want that. It's not bad, but we don't have Spell Mastery yet. I think I'd rather draw a land, maybe. It just doesn't seem very good to me. So we just know about the Dragon Predator, Miscalculation, and then that's about it. We're able to deal a fair amount of damage with Tasigur. I'm surprised that my opponent did not use Scroll Rack end of turn to maybe try to get something better. I don't know. Dodge. Alright, well, you got my dude. Hopefully they tap out for the Predator. I don't think it's very likely to happen, but that'd be great. I think they will leave Miscalc available. That being said, they know that I know about Miscalc, so they might just not keep it around because I would play around it. But I don't have the possibility to play around it because I have two 6-drop threats, so... But I'm glad they played the Predator. So now they are tapped out. I guess they could have drawn Daze in the meantime, but I don't have 7 mana to Daze and Grave Titan, so we'll drop the Grave Titan. And if they don't have Daze, I think they lose, because they already used their Day of Judgment, and I don't think it's extremely likely that they are playing another sweeper. They might be, obviously, but yeah. Starting the turn with Scroll Rack, which is probably bad news for them. So I like how this is going so far. And I'm pretty sure they could not get rid of the miscalculation yet, because this is the first time they use Scroll Rack, so yeah, they just conceded. Alright, early Task Seeker to apply pressure into Grave Titan. My opponent mulligan for sure, but they had a decent draw, so we were able to deal with that. So you have Miscalculate, Daze, and Dissipate. I feel like my counterspells are better, but counterspells are really important in this matchup. We do have Collective Brutality and Duress, though, which I think are great. Like, being black in this kind of matchup is amazing. And I really like our suite of Removal and Threat, so pretty happy about this matchup again. But obviously, being happy about a matchup doesn't mean that you will actually win it, and doesn't actually mean that it's good. Maybe maybe I don't know my opponent's deck fully, so maybe it's actually a bad matchup. Maybe even if I wouldn't know it fully, I would say it's a good matchup, and it's actually not a good matchup. But to me, it feels like I have more, like 2 discard spell, more counter spell than they do have. I don't know, I like that. And we have a nice keeper here. Kind of short on land, but I think it's fine. My opponent mult again and put card on bottom. Like 2 lands plus Force of Will and and enough blue cards seems like a keep to me. Don't have the double blue yet for counterspell, but oh well. Ratchet Bomb, yeah, feel free to do that. I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna prevent you from ratchet bombing. I played the Delta, but actually I'm gonna fetch my Underground Sea, so I guess I should have played Island first. I guess it doesn't really matter a whole lot, honestly. I don't have to sack it right now either, because I'm not fetching, Overground Tomb. I don't need green. Yeah. But yeah, it's not bad either. I don't really think I want to run compulsive research into Daze. I might play it next turn with 1 mana available. Okay, a Brimaz. Threatening, but I don't really want to waste a counterspell on that. We have enough counterspell in hand. I think we can afford to do that. And a way I can lose this game is if they resolve a threat and then they can protect it somehow, which I don't love. And now I think we can research pretty safely if we play a land first to play around Daze. And hopefully you can get a blue card out of that. Otherwise, well, I guess we have the Mystic Snake, so never mind. We still have something to pitch if needed. Yeah, it's gonna be a land. Yes, I have enough swamps. Not sure what they want to do with that Ratchet Bomb. Like, it does kill Grave Titan's token, but it's not really a permanent solution. Monastery Mentor. I think we want to let that resolve and then pulse it. And, yeah. Ooh, or Collective Brutality. Now, this is slightly problematic if my opponent somehow has a 1 mana spell they can cast, but I don't think it's very likely, so I think we can freely use that. 2 modes, -2, get an instant or sorcery from you. And even if they do end up having something, I can still pulse it afterwards, which I don't love, but I really don't think it's very likely they can do something. Like, they might, well, I guess they could have Daze. Ooh, Upheaval. Because I played around Daze so far. Okay, interesting. So Tamio, which is a problem, potentially, and Field. Not much left, though, for my opponent. Upheaval is a threatening card, to say the least. And yeah, if they miss their land drop, I don't have to do much. I guess if they drop Tamio, I will not Force of Will, and I think I will Maelstrom Pulse the Tamio. Scroll Racking right away, probably trying to hit land drop, though it doesn't help that much here. I guess if they hit a land and a 2-drop, it's kind of good. Now, I think we'll drop Grave Titan. Like, if they drew a Daze in the meantime off the scroll rack, well, that's great for them, I guess, but I don't think I should play around that. And now the game plan is, well, my opponent can kill the zombies with Ratchet Bomb, obviously. I think it's completely fine. We will be Force of Willing the Day of Judgment. That changes things. So they got another removal in the meantime. I was thinking about using Force of Will. I mean, okay, well, you got my things. I was thinking about using Force of Will on Quarantine Fine and then killing them with the Titan, but since I drew another Sweeper, I don't love that move anymore. That match. I think I want to keep double blue available though. So we'll tap this way. And Read the Bone was a great draw though, that's for sure. Read the bone, read them bones. I don't mind drawing a land because I can cast Mystic Snake, and I don't think I mind drawing Ratchet Confluence just because it's a draw 3 and you can deal with stuff. And I can get back my Grave Titan, which is actually great. Yeah, I love that actually. I love both cards. I mean, land is not necessary, but having more lands in the control mirror is something you are happy with in general. And Ratchet Confluence giving me back my Titan is actually amazing. Because Titan is probably better than any what was I trying to say? Than any card I could draw. Any threat I could draw from my deck with the Confluence. So this is draw 3, including one good card, and maybe kill something if needed. I don't feel the need to Abrupt Decay one of these two artifacts, like I just don't really care about them that much. I guess Ratchet Bomb is something I could get rid of if I intend to recast the Titan and think they will Quarantine Field, and then I can still kill them with the Zombie Token maybe somehow. But yeah, right now I don't really feel the need to use the DK. That being said, if they don't do anything relevant that I need to Mystic Snake, I might just Abrupt Decay one of the two artifacts end of turn. Temple of Epiphany. My opponent might just be playing that for the Scry, which I don't think is right, because having your land coming into play and tap is is gonna be more relevant than scrying, I think, most of the time. But what do we wanna do? Do we wanna kill the bomb? I don't think we have to pull the trigger on that yet. I think we can just continue to pass the turn. And the great thing is that Ratchet Confluence is instant, so I can just use that end of my opponent's turn. I don't have to tap 5 right now. They might try to drop a Tamil right here, which I could let resolve because of Maelstrom Pulse, but I don't think I would let resolve. So no Tamil. I'll use my Confluence, and if they have an answer, well, they have an answer. So this and that twice, right? Yeah. So I want to draw, and I want to draw again, and I want to get a Grave Titan. My opponent might have drawn a counterspell in the meantime, which is fine. Oh, I got there. Amazing. Sweet. Doomblade. So now we can play Grave Titan with Remand and Force of Will backup. And that sounds strong to me. The Return of the Titan. That's one of my favorite cards of all time. I love that card. For me, it's the strongest Titan. You could argue that Primeval Titan is stronger, and you know it clearly has been played in more decks. But Grave Titan, you know, this Grave Titan doesn't need anything to be good. It's there and it's good. Where Primeval Titan, you need a pretty specific build to make it good. So we'll be remanding the 4-mana Quarantine Field that's gonna get tossed at the Grave Titan here, I would presume. Or, a Tamil to tap the Grave Titan. That would make sense, but that's not gonna happen. It's clunky if they have days, but oh well. No reason to let the Tamio resolve. If they have days, they have days. When I drew a dress, jeez, that game is going better and better each turn. My opponent multi 6, they had trouble hitting their land drop, so that's certainly helping. That being said, again, I feel like I have a very solid matchup here. Pretty sure I have more counterspell, and my counterspells are better. And again, I have some discard that my opponent doesn't have. Just seems like a great matchup. They might even concede to the duress here. I mean, it depends on what they have in hand, obviously, but I guess Tamio and Quarantine Field should be the two cards they have. Scroll Rack. Well, I guess I can protect things with Scroll Rack, which to be honest, I did not actually think about that interaction, so I probably messed up. I mean, the only other option is to decay first and then duress, but I don't love doing that. And we are still hitting something good, so I think it's fine, all in all. But that was that was honestly something I missed, and that this is the kind of thing that can cost you a game. So I guess my opponent will sack that after the... No, they took 10. I think you really want to kill the 4 zombies before taking damage. That's interesting. Sure. Yeah, we don't really want to do anything here. Why we didn't take 4 damage for no reason? I guess you can use Ratchet Bomb next turn, but I don't love that. Especially since you are supposed to get rid of the Grave Titan now. So yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, if they thought that they would be able to get rid of the Titan with Tamio, then killing the token ASAP is good. So, unless you think Tamio will not resolve, in which case you probably cannot win anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Feel like they took 4 unnecessary damage, but I don't think it should matter a whole lot. I guess I can get rid of my zombies right now and go down to 2. I could Abrupt Decay, Bomb, end of turn, so I get 2 more zombies and there's nothing they can do about that on my next turn. I could see that being a fine play. Like, I don't really see Abrupt Decay getting better, and right now Abrupt Decay is 2 mana instant speed, put 2 zombies on the battlefield during your next combat step, and that seems like a pretty good card to me. At least in this specific spot. Alrighty. And my opponent is actually dead because I kind of forgot about that, but I have this Hissing Quagmire lying around. I don't have the blue spell to make sure this is lethal, but I'm pretty sure they don't have the Anther in hand. They either have a Gilded Lotus or a Quarantine Field. I'm pretty sure about that. So this should be lethal. And I guess I messed up by not playing my land this turn. Yeah, I drew a land which gave me Hardcast on Force of Will and I did not play it, which is completely dumb. And which could cost me the game if they randomly drew a Pass to Exile or something like that here. Yeah, that was lame. Why did I not play that? I was focused on animating my thing and killing them. I don't think there was many ways to come out of this situation for my opponent, but still that was kind of a slopey play for no reason. Alright. Deck worked out fine, but I guess my opponent again had some mediocre draw these last 2 games, which certainly help. Hope you enjoyed. See you for the next round.